Alright, we good? We good now, y'all? I already see people in the I don't see no type of fucking chat. So either y'all just aren't talking to me or my shit tripping. We good or not? 14 people in here. I see no chat. What the fuck? Bruh, it's gotta be my shit. Oh no, not probably y'all. There we go. Yes, chat fucking loaded. Let's go. Finally, bruh. This shit took forever. God damn. What's good, Untitled? What's good? Damn, I can't even say what's good to everybody. It doesn't let me scroll the way up. But what's good? Deleted Six, Butters I Am, Yuri. Who else I see? Blind Dribbler. Yeah, what's good with y'all? Yeah, man. Son, you made this. It's like, nah. What's good with you, son? Yellow Vans. What's good, man? Shit, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This is gonna probably be a very short stream. I don't know how long it's gonna last for real. Like it might be the cool 20 minutes or like 30 minutes, like somewhere around that time, because my phone is already like, yeah, on 20%. But the good news is it's not fucking cold. So the shit not gonna cut off like spontaneously. Yo, what's good? I so sorry. Well, how you doing, my guy? What's good, Brody? Everyone does that to me on my intro. LOL. Kill, bro. Nah, I'm not even gonna hold you, son. I low key wanted to get an intro like that, the little producer tag. Like I wanted to get one, but I wanted to get one from like a female voice that like she just sounded sexy. Like she didn't have to look sexy or nothing. She just had to sound like she looked sexy. You get what I mean? Like that's what I wanted. Like I was gonna go with the little anime character too, but I was like, kill, nah, I don't really fuck with that jump. What's up? What's good, Cool Burns? What's good? A comment is despair. Kill, bro. It's crazy how all y'all in here for real. It is so crazy. It's so surreal to me that I can turn on a live stream at almost, I won't say almost any time because I don't know what y'all be doing like late at night or whenever, but like I can for the most part of the time I could turn on a live stream whenever I want and I'll at least get like 10 people in here and that's so cool to me, bro. Like that shit is crazy. And I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Yesterday, or I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but I was getting a whole lot of messages of people asking me like, when's the next live stream gonna be? So I was like, you know what? Might as well get on this joint and talk to y'all today. What's good, Clutch? What's good? Yo, I need some advice, freshman. What you need advice on, bro? Yo, what's good, Smiley? Bro, these fucking helicopters flying above me, bro. I don't know. I don't know, cuz. I might speak the truth and disappear on y'all. But anywho, nah. Nah, I'm not gonna hold y'all today. I don't know. It's not even just today. It's really recently. I've been seeing a lot of people lose motivation in our community. Like just straight up saying like I'm just gonna give up. Like I'm just gonna quit. I don't see the point anymore. And it's just like, kill, bro. I fucking feel you. Like I have no problem understanding why people have anxiety, depression, struggle with drug addiction, and become suicidal. I have no problem understanding that because the world that we live in is literally, it's literally the baseline for it is unbearable suffering. And I know I keep saying that, reiterating that, but it's literally that. Like, I don't know a better term for it. It's like Mother Nature is the one who selects, and it's not fair. You know, it's not fair under no means necessary. It's just natural. You know what I mean? So it's like natural someone gets born into like a bad family, and it's natural that someone get born good family or something like that. But it's so crazy to me, bro. It's like what people are failing to realize is that, yes, life is literally terrible. It is absolutely atrocious. It's horrible. It throws struggles at you left and right, obstacles. And the thing about it is that you are the perfect machine capable of climbing over those obstacles. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't think, well, I don't want to say it like that, because there's an arbitrary element to life that you can't control. So it's like, if I tell you, there's a problem thrown at you in life that you can't handle, that it wouldn't be there. It's like, at the same time, if I tell you you have cancer of uncertain prognosis, then you're probably going to be on the brink of despair. And I don't want you to be contemplating your life, asking yourself, well, what did you do to deserve this? Because that's not right. Like, that's not what I'm getting at here. What I'm talking about is life is struggling in the sense of there are things all around you that are broken and you can fix them. And it's like, you might say to yourself, well, how do I know what to fix? And it's like, well, whatever is calling to you the most, whatever is beckoning to you, that's what you go out to fix. And sometimes that's the thing that you don't want to confront. And that's what you see with a whole lot of people in their own household. It's like the entire house is just unorganized, and the people inside it are isolated, and they don't talk to each other, and they don't uplift each other, and they're not genuinely positively motivated for each other when they achieve their goals. It's like people just tearing each other down. And that's sometimes that's the case, that's all that families do. You know, and I'm not saying that all families do that, but all families do that to a certain extent. And that's why I think so many people are, they're sunken. It's like they're in a hole and they just can't get out of it. And it's so easy to just keep falling and falling. And I think when I was trying to explain to you guys about the whole ordeal with the origin of sin, it's like sin derived from an archery term, which I again believe is harmonious, and harmonious is pretty much translates to miss the target. And it's like, so if you're falling in this hole, well, it's plenty of ways you can just fall in the hole. You can just sit there and lie there and continue to fall, or you can get up and do something about it. And it's like you tell people that, and it's kind of how it is now, because when I tell people this in real life, you see how no one's talking in the chat and everyone's just kind of like focused and listening into what I'm saying. It's like everyone's intuitive right now, like it just resonates within them because they know what I'm saying is true. It's like, if you want to do something, if your life is meaningless and you have no hope whatsoever, and you're nihilistic and you're depressed and you think that absolutely nothing matters, it's like you could look at that as, no, everything matters. And that is a way better perspective than nothing matters, because if nothing matters, then what is your purpose in life? What do you have? You have absolutely nothing. And the thing about having nothing is, I think you trade that virtuousness for no responsibility. I think that's what the trade is for nihilism. But I really think that if you look at things in a sense of everything matters, well, then things will get better for you, because I can't say that there was ever a time where I put forth effort into something and it didn't pay off. And I don't mean pay off in the sense of it gave me the same, what would you say? The same, what's the word? Fucking, oh my God, I cannot think of the fucking word. Oh my God, it gave me the same, like, fucking, I don't want to say compensation, but it's like synonymous with compensation. It gave me a, 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 it worked out in a sense, right? But it didn't work out in the sense that I may not have, or that I may have wanted it to. But it still worked out, like it accrued to me in a sense, right? Or it accrued to me, I hate saying that word. It accrued to me in a sense, like in some sort of way, it paid off somehow. You know what I mean? And I think that's the case with a lot of people. It's like, if you really put forth all of your effort into something and you really try, like, it'll work out. You know what I mean? And it's like, people do that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was not the best student in school. Like, I fucking hated school. School was fucking trash for me. School sucks dick, to be honest with you. School is waste time. So, nah, it's not waste time, but like, I don't know, bro. I just did not fuck with school for real. And it's like, there was certain times in school where my grades were literally just ass, and I had to be like, okay, let me actually try on this test just to see if I actually know it. And then I would actually get like a good grade on the test. It's like, because I actually tried, you know? It's like when I actually would try, it would work out. And that's what I'm trying to get people to do. It's like, go out into the unknown and confront the chaos. And it's like, you might not win. It's not a guaranteed win. This could literally kill you. And no, this will literally kill you. But it's damn sure better than doing nothing and then letting it come along in 40 years and envelop you whole. It's better to just go out there and confront what you can. So remain in your own realm of competence. That way you don't have to die entirely. You know, just a small part of the phoenix has to get burned off for it to get rebuilt. You don't have to burn all the way down to the egg and then be reborn. You know what I mean? So it's like, I really don't like seeing people give up. Really? Cool it. Okay, there's no bad. All right, bet. I remember transition. I was like, ain't no way I can learn this. Bruh, I'm so serious. It's literally like that for everything. It's so crazy, bruh. Like, that's how it is for me too. And it's so crazy because I didn't even I didn't plan becoming a famous 2K editor. I won't even say famous, like, I won't even say skilled in aesthetically appealing 2K editor. I did not plan to do that. I randomly stumbled upon After Effects looking for a rookie editing software. Like, I was trying to get iMovie. I was so pissed that I couldn't get iMovie or Final Cut Pro because I didn't have Macs. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm just gonna get After Effects. And I just started using that shit like every day. Every single day I was using it. And that shit was so fucking confusing to me, bruh. But like, after some years, I got familiar with the layout, and now I feel like I can almost. I remember when I started 9 months ago. Son, you started 9 months ago? That's crazy. Honestly, I would have expected you've been editing for like, I don't know, maybe like a year or two. Kill, yeah. You know, I have this friend that he's an editor too. And what's crazy about him is he's the only person in the 2K community that's active right now that I would openly say is more creative than me. Oh, 100% more creative than me. I would even rank him as a better editor than me. I'm not gonna say his name right now, but the thing about him is, it's like a few years ago when he was really on top of his game, like how I was, I feel like the game was in a much better place and it was pushing the creative drive and every editor that was in the scene at that time. And it was like, back then, he was so amazing to me that he was literally, he was my inspiration. Like, or at least he was a piece of it, because obviously I was inspired by a whole bunch of editors, but at that time he was definitely in my like top 3. And even now, I still would rank him there. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's so crazy what depression and anxiety can do to a person. Like, how much it can mentally just castrate you. It's so crazy to me. It's like, his mental health has gotten so bad to a point of where I don't know if he'll ever be the same person ever again. And it's so crazy because I've literally tried to help him. I've tried to lay the foundation out for him time after time again of how to make your life, not even make your life better, how to make the suffering just a little more bearable. You know what I mean? Like, I've really tried and I could not help him. And it's at that point, it's like the saying is, and so what that means is, well, if you have a product and no one is buying it, then maybe you should take your business elsewhere. You know, so that's what happened to him. I mean, obviously he's not dead, so he still has a chance to come back and, you know, I guess best himself, but it's like as of right now, he is in an extremely bad mental state. So it's so crazy, bro. Because the reason that I get on here actually is to talk to y'all about that. Like, I don't know exactly how many of you all are depressed, but I'm just going to assume that it is all of you. Because statistics show that it's probably all of you. And I don't mean depressed in like a you can't get out of your bed, you're stuck in your room, and I mean it in a way of like, I mean it in a way of you have actual problems. I'm not talking about psychological problems. I'm talking about actual problems. Your bed isn't made. Your room is not clear. Your house isn't in order. Your family member relationship, you know, you have relationship problems. It's like these are the things that are making you depressed, but it's not psychological depression, it's actual problems. And I think if you fix the actual problems that are within your boundaries to fix them, then things get better. You know what I mean? So that's that's me talking about that's me talking about going out and confronting the unknown again. Calvin was nice as fuck. Calvin is my favorite editor, like to this day. To this day, he was my favorite editor. He's not the person I was talking about, but yeah, he's my, definitely, hands down, no one's better. I had to take a break from editing for a week because of stomach pains. Damn, you good, G? Do you edit STEEZO's videos? Yeah, I edit STEEZO's videos. I was fucked up mentally because of family issues at the time, so I used editing as a coping mechanism. Bruh, and that shit, you know what's crazy, Sen? It's like when I get depressed or I get into my moods, I feel like the human beings are categorized as two things, and that's the conscious you and the unconscious you. And I think the unconscious you is your body and their autonomous personas with their own goals and values and morals and perspectives. And when you fall into one, like extremely heavily, like I'm talking about depression, or you get sad or something, you can manifest that as a visual represent, which other people, it's like the lonely tape. The reason that so many people fuck with it was because, one, I was really isolated at the time. I was so depressed. I was so sad. And the only thing I had was editing, and I wasn't even making any money off of it at that time. And I manifested that loneliness into a video, and it was the most amazing thing that I have probably ever done in my entire life. And it's so difficult now for me to replicate it because I'm not depressed. And I'm not necessarily happy, but I'm not sad. I'm just in the middle. I'm trying to lean towards the, I don't want to say the happy, but the strong. You know what I mean? So it's like if I do get down, I try to say, okay, well, fuck, you know, this is a bad scenario. Like, shit, life isn't going too well for me right now. things could be going better. How am I contributing to my contemporaneous circumstances? What am I doing that is making me, that is putting myself in this position, and how can I stop doing those things? And then what can I do on top of that to make it so that I can keep going from that position, if that makes sense. And that means if any other struggles do come my way, then I'll exceed them too. I'll overcome them too. You know what I mean? And I feel like having this mentality isn't bad. Like some people, the obvious, atheist argument is, well, I won't even say atheist. The Marxist belief is that religion is an opioid fed to the masses so that government officials can pretty much keep them like in a, what would you call it? In a ignorant bliss while they rule them. So that's kind of what the Marxists think. But I think it's more of something like this. It's like if you have something to believe in, and given the set of circumstances that we are placed in, if you have that thing to believe in, you have a better chance of succeeding than someone else who doesn't. And the reason why is because they don't have anything to believe in. And I'm not talking about atheism in that sense, unless you're talking about dogmatic atheism, which is the belief in absolutely nothing. So if you're talking about that, then yeah, you have absolutely nothing. But if you are atheistic and you're not looking at the dogmatic element, then I would say it's just harder to find someone else to blame when things go wrong. So that's what happened with that. Yo, what's good, Coco? What happened to him? Do you know why he stopped? Yeah, well, I mean, I won't say he stopped, but he's not on the pathway of improvement anymore. It's like, it's funny because I'm almost the same way. I do like learning new things, and I always try to come up with new effects, but it gets harder and harder because it's like every time that I come up with a new effect, it's like I'm creating something out of nothing. And then I have to do that again and again and again, and I have to make it better and better and better and better. And then sometimes it gets to a point of where I'm like, well, I feel like I've done everything. And then a new challenge will arise when someone tells me, hey, I want you to make me a fucking anime mixtape that you've never ever done before. And it's like, sure, well, let me see if I can do that. So that's kind of where my drive comes from. Yo, I subbed when you did. Haha, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Nah, I mean, that shit was a brick ago, bro. Back in 2K18, man. Honestly, I really should have capitalized back then, because I definitely could have been good at the game, but I don't know. I wasn't really in the 2K at that time. If it was 2K17, then oh man, it would have been so different. Because I love 2K17. 2K17 was my game. I was a god at that game. Ah, shit. How much for an edit? Mixtapes $250. Intros $50. Simple. Anyway, what was I saying? Kill, yeah. Honestly, I just been out here talking my shit. Like it's not cold, so I can real life go on forever. But I don't know. I think you shit. I can't fucking read this, John. It's not bright enough. 250, yeah. You, Calvin, and Jason are my inspirations, and this was before I started. Kill, bruh. Yeah, Jason's definitely been one of my inspirations too. I'm not gonna lie. He's probably in like my top 5 for real, of like all time. Definitely one of the most creative editors I've ever seen. And he got his own like style too, so I fuck with that. You know what I mean? But I think I think what a lot of people fail to realize is that I think what a lot of people fail to realize is that your life circumstances can be bad, but I guarantee you there is someone out there who has it 10 times worse and would love to be in your scenario. Now that doesn't mean that I'm saying that the circumstances that you're in aren't bad, because there are certain people who do have certain circumstances in which they cannot control. It's like, imagine if your parents are tyrants and they're constantly ruling over you all of your 18 years of living in their house. Like, that's not going to turn you into the strong human being that you need to be in order to go out and confront the chaos. That's going to turn you into a weak human being who's fragile and frail and can't do anything by themselves because they've been reliant on their parents for so long. And that's the Oedipal story right there. It's like the Oedipal mother is the mother who keeps her child, protects her child from the world for so long that they haven't gone out and learned from the struggles while they were young and confronted enough chaos to where they can go out and be competent on their own. It's like, instead they've been shielded from life for so long that they literally have to stay with their parents. And I think the story goes, after that, when you grow up, you semi-inhabit the corpse of your father. And that's dangerous. That's something that you don't want to do. And that's something that Friedrich Nietzsche talked about. I believe he was a psychologist. I'm not sure if he was a philosopher at all. I don't know, but I know he was a psychologist. STEEZO recommended him to me. So he pretty much introduced that idea, like, that the Oedipal myth was the story of every human being. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Carl Jung, but Carl Jung was a visionary, and his inspirations pretty much derived from Nietzsche and Sig Freud. But his perspective, where he split with Nietzsche, was, no, I don't think it's true that the failed hero story or the failed Oedipal story is the story of all human beings. I think it's the successful one. And the successful one is where you stay within your own realm of competence, your own domain of competence. You fix the things that you can. That way, it's like, if you want to go out and do good, but you still want to be careful, it's like, well, do the things that you know that you can do. You know, and as you continue to do them, you'll learn that you can do more things, and then it expands on, and then it grows, and then your domain of competence is no longer just yourself or just your room. It's now your entire house and your family, and then all of the people around you and your entire community. And it's like, if enough people do that, imagine how great our community could be, the entire world for that matter. Like, there's no telling the amount of potential that could be in that if we all work together in that manner. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not telling you go out there and just think that the world is sunshine and rainbows. It's not. That's not at all what I'm telling you. I'm telling you the exact opposite. I'm telling you the world is full of danger, and that it's your job to go out there and confront that danger in which you can. The danger in which you can. That doesn't mean confront the dragon that's in front of you, so you don't have to go out hacking everywhere with your sword at random dragons. There's no need for that. Confront the dragons that are in your way, because once you confront them, then you'll realize you can confront bigger dragons. So that's what I'm trying to convince people of. And it's so crazy, because it's from what I see, it's no people talking and chatting. Everybody's quiet and they're listening. It's like it's resonating with you. Like, you know what I'm saying is true. You know what I mean? It's like you can do it. Like, go out there, lift the load, you know? Do something. Because if you are depressed and nihilistic and you want answers, I'm giving you the answer. This is how you give your